What are some of your favorite cons? Like, do you like the local cons that are like always going on in Charlotte and that kind of area, or do you like going to some of the bigger, more national ones?
I'll say one of my favorite local cons we've ever done was Triad Con, which is normally here in Greensboro. I think close over there by the Marriott Four Seasons Mall. Such a good place. That was actually my very first con.
Okay.
It all started, it was the day after I got arrested. I had just gotten arrested and probably tops like 12 hours out of, getting out. And I knew I had this show. Luckily enough, Eric Trundy knew I was into nerdy stuff, and a great comic, by the way, Eric Trundy, and he suggested me for the show. So I did it and just had a great fucking time. It was the most fun I'd ever had at a show. It was phenomenal. Everything I was into, they were into. And I saw the person that was running it, and I saw him do his set, and no offense to that individual, he wasn't funny. The dude was not funny at all. And I mean that, because in my head, I knew that this guy was a national, touring type of comic who did Dragon Con, which is like the mother with all, on this side of the country type of con. And he wasn't funny. So I was like, I think I can do this. And that's what got the balls rolling.
Right.
And my friend Reed Pegram, one of the funniest people I've ever met, recently married. I love you, Reed, wherever you are. And I really do. I love him with all my heart. And he's been my business partner for years. And we got the ball rolling. And that next year, we had that show.
Nice.
And that's, wow, that always means a lot to me.
Right.
And we've done small ones. We've done one time. It was in Cape Fear, right? They had us it looked like a closet room, almost like for AA. And there were children walking around. Children were with us while we were doing our set. And I don't know anybody else's kids, so I can't push them. I can't move them out of the way. I was just like, you little shit, Anthony, get out of here. There's no reason to have you up here. So we've done those, and then we've done one of our favorites is GalaxyCon. It used to be called SuperCon, but it's GalaxyCon now, and they're gigantic. That's what you're talking about, like the bigger ones. I like those as far as the weekend. I have a whole weekend to enjoy. I got wrestling, I got trivia, I got all these different people I can meet. One time I came really close to Arn Anderson and I almost cried. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't want to say anything to you because I think you're mean, but you're one of the best wrestlers of all time, So I do like the big ones and I do like the small ones. It just depends on how well they have it set up.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all about setup. I think if you set up an event the wrong way, it ain't worth a shit. But if you set up a small event really right, that shit's phenomenal. It's magic.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, that show that you did at the comic book store was my first show that I did. So thank you.
No, thank
making
you,
that happen.
bro. I wouldn't imagine you not being on it.
And it went really well. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, you did great.
And the show was great, and it was a pretty small show, but it was a lot of fun. And you performed at a lot of clubs too, right?
Like clubs, I mean, I don't know. I think when we're talking about our local scene, the way is clubs go, you got obviously my home, my favorite, the Idiot Box.
Yeah,
and
sure.
then Good Nights. I don't get to go there as much as I'd like to. It is a nice drive for me, but that's just such a wonderful place for comedy, and the comics there, just phenomenal.
Was that in Raleigh?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we recently got the Raleigh Improv. I have not been able to perform there yet, but that's the other big club around here as well. And then you got the Comedy Zone, which is completely different town to town.
Right. Yeah.
Greensboro, I think if you're local, good luck.
It's more of a national headliner club.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Charlotte's more of a local scene.
There you go. I was going to say Charlotte does really well with the locals.
So Paul, I was gonna say Paul Talley owns Comedy Zone locally, and we've done business with him before and been partnered with him, but I've heard that he doesn't do a whole lot of things with locals, after the show. What's it called? You were saying that after the show they'll do the.
A lot of times the bigger clubs like that do open mics after the shows and stuff, but they don't there.
Yeah, Comedy Zone, he doesn't do that here, so. I don't know. I'm sure that there's a reason he doesn't, but yeah, I've noticed, and I keep hearing from other people that he's not very local comic friendly.
Well, he's not a comedian though. He's just a business guy.
True.
Makes sense. You know, I mean, I get
And
it.
really, real quick, a big shout out to the Idiot Box too, because they're awesome.
Oh,
it's a
man,
great-
phenomenal.
Definitely.
Great club here.
Like I say, when I, earlier talk about when I started, I was calling around to try to figure out where can I start doing this, and I tried one place. I don't even remember their name. They're probably closed. I hope they are. And they, like, well, you need 15 minutes to get up here. I'm like, 15 minutes? I was like, oh my God. Even then, I was like, I don't have 15 minutes
Yeah,
of anything.
That's a professional set.
Yeah. And the next place I called was the Idiot Box, and somebody answered. Pretty sure it was Eric, and we were talking back and forth about what I need. I showed up. First time I'd ever seen live comedy. Got up, did it. It went great in my head. Like, I was like, oh, this went great. And then you come back the second time, you're like, oh, I suck. This is horrible. But that is the most wonderful place. Like, it really
Yeah.
gave me purpose when I was extremely lost at that time in my life. And I owe everything to the Idiot Box. So anybody out there, when everything cools over, get to the Idiot Box, all right? If
Yeah.
you're not, you're an asshole.
For local comics, they really care. Yeah.
Oh, precisely. We have you